Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Cool. All right. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good, good.
Gonna turn up a bit. All right. All ready to go?
Yes, all good.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna start with talking about your new album. I know it's called Gone Are the Good Days. I just want to ask a little bit about how it got started because I know you guys were on hiatus for a bit. So what made you come out of hiatus and then decide to record this album?
Um yeah, it's true that we've been quite silent for a while. We actually ended a Warped Tour in 2016, yes. And yeah, we went back home and we were supposed to write that fourth album like right after. So we sat down for a minute. I remember we with my brother who's a guitar player, we went back to our parents' house and started to write new songs like usual. But our expectations were like very very high. Like we wanted to, I don't know, we wanted to come up with something fresh. So yeah, high expectations, and yeah, we started jamming, and we came up with some like different directions, different stuff, and some things were like very like interesting, some others were not. But in the end, we're like, it's not good enough. Like the vibe was not exactly there. Like I can't explain why exactly, but yeah, we were not just not happy and not so confident about like a fourth album. Like and me as an artist, like it's completely not possible to think of releasing an album that's like mediocre or not good enough. So so yeah, so we decided to take a little more time. Yeah, just yeah, take a little more time, and maybe get back to normal life, because that's probably the one thing that we actually needed to come up with something fresh, is to kind of like stop that constant role we were in since the very beginning with the band. Like, because from 2011 to 2016, we were kind of like, yeah, on the constant roll. When we were not on tour, we were in the studio and we were like going back and forth just like this. And well, first of all, we were very very tired. Like, it is exhausting. Touring is exhausting, and yeah, I think we needed to break that and take a little bit more time to for ourselves. And yeah, like I said, get back to normal lives. Like, I started a business in the music production. And yeah, and what happened in 2020 was that we were supposed to write new songs for a festival that were supposed to happen in the UK. Obviously, with the COVID, with the pandemic that happens, that festival got postponed. And yeah, we decided to turn those new songs into an EP, and an EP that became an album. But yeah, that's the whole story.
Awesome. And I want to ask a little bit about the recording process because, like you said, it was during COVID, and I know you guys are kind of spread out. So how did you manage to pull it all together?
Yeah, like you said, like the whole band is like all over the place in Europe. Like, our bass player is in Portugal, in Lisbon. My brother lives in a different city in France. I am between Italy and Paris. So yeah, we're everybody's kind of like all over the place, which yeah, which is kind of like a problem when it comes to yeah, uh, do stuff with the band. But what happened was, when the first lockdown happened in France, I was actually at my recording studio with my drummer, who's my colleague actually at the studio. um, so yeah, we were actually in the best environment to jam and write stuff. We had all the facilities, all the gear, all the instruments at our disposal. So yeah, we started jamming. And what we would do eventually was to, through Facebook, send some like ideas to the rest of the band, and we were like going back and forth just like this. And yeah, and some part of that process actually happened like remotely. I mean, with like uh, I don't know, it's kind of like technical, but like software, music, like I'm not sure I can explain that properly. Anyways, yeah, we had like we had like an entire setup to actually to make that happen remotely, and yeah, it worked actually. It worked. Actually, it's pretty funny and it's pretty crazy to think that with technology we can actually we manage to do such great things like so easily. Just one little thing too is that when I was doing the proper recording for my vocals, um I'm because since I'm French, like I have that weird accent, weird pronunciation that I absolutely need to fix when it comes to do like the official recording of the songs. And I had a setup where I had my lyricists, who were the one to who helped me with the pronunciation, and he lives in LA, and we had like those like long like Zoom session where I could stream what I was recording to him, and in real time he could tell me as if it was exactly in the room with me. He could tell me, oh, you need to fix that little syllables, that syllable, and it's just crazy to think that it's possible, in 2021. Um, so yeah, that was a weird process, but it just worked. So here it is.
I think I read that you guys actually met up at your studio. Is that true? Like the
Yeah.
whole
Uh,
band managed to
we
make it
ma-
all together?
yeah, we managed to actually gather the whole band in the studio in January. Not for long, but it was enough for well, first everyone to record his part, obviously, but yeah, and it felt so good though, because after 2020, obviously we needed a little party with the rest of the band, and it was a it was a long, like, I think in January, like the last time before January we actually managed to meet up with the rest of the band was like 2 years before. um so yeah, but it was so good. It felt like a family reunion. It felt really good.
Awesome. I know I read that this is actually you're gonna have your first love song on this album. So I want to ask a little about that. Like, what was the inspiration? Why did it take this long to write a love song?
Well, yeah, honestly, I don't even know I mean, I kind of know what took us to like so long. Well, yeah, let me focus on that first, because that's one thing that I think it's important, because in the niche genre we're doing, well, where you were kind of like blending pop punk with metal, if you do something cheesy, whatever the subject is, it will suck. I mean, this is not gonna be good, and people will just like, yeah, will just make fun of your music just because you cannot have yeah, such like positive and major key song talking about cheesy stuff. So I think that's where us writing love songs were like maybe too challenging in the past. Maybe it was also a matter of like lyrics, because again, writing cheesy lyrics is definitely not going to help us at all. We're not like that typical like ballad rock band, um, so yeah, I think with this album, since we had more time to more time to write songs, we had also more time to experiment. And I think writing a love song, as crazy as it sounds, was an experiment for us, because I mean, the main guideline was to come up with something that is not sounding cheesy at all. That was the main thing. So I actually had a little bit of help with the lyrics for that one, but the main topic, this is one topic that I always wanted to do, is that it's kind of like my personal like story with my girlfriend. which we've been in long distance relationships since the very beginning. I mean, we're not anymore, but it's always been kind of like a struggle since the very beginning, and it was a long time ago. And I always wanted to, yeah, do something yeah, write a song that just talks about this, because also I think that's nowadays with like technology, like long distance relationship is, it's not as rare as it used to be. But also us, in my personal situation, we're like in different countries, so it's not like we're like um, miles away. We're like thousands of miles away from each other. And also, it was also a topic that was very interesting to talk about with the perspective of like the touring band, like me being on tour. And yeah, so it's not like 1,000 miles away, it's like hundreds of thousands miles away now. But um, yeah, and that's one topic that I always wanted to talk about, but again, without sounding cheesy. And I think if we're talking about that song though, like the Marigold song, that's it, and it's a very important song to me. It's yeah, I can say that it was dedicated to my girlfriend, and so I'm glad that she likes it. She loves it, actually.
Awesome. Yeah.
But but yeah, first Chunks love song. Here it is.
Awesome. Can't wait. I heard that you also learned to play piano during recording this album. Is there going to be any piano on the album?
No, actually, no, I learned piano a long time ago.
Oh, okay. Piano
Um,
theory? Something I
yeah,
read. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I started learning music with piano, and then started music with music theory and all of that. Maybe, oh yeah, maybe the article was kind of like,
A little bit older. Okay. That's fair.
but anyways, no, piano has always been my thing, and I always wanted to actually have more keys on our songs. And the thing is, like with our previous album, like since we were like always in a rush, like I never were able I was never able to um, integrate those elements, those like production. It can be keys, piano, whatever, like synth, all of those things in our songs. And the good thing about that album is that, again, we had time, and I actually took the time to put a lot of keys. Maybe not in all of the songs, but there's actually a lot. There's actually a lot. Actually, there's like a lot of keys. It's kind of like in the background, but like in the first two singles we released, Bitter and Gone Are the Good Days. It's in the background, but they're here. And I think I don't know. When you're a rock band in 2021, you can, I mean, yeah, of course you can rely on those like basic elements like drums, the guitars, the bass, and the vocals, obviously. But I feel like people expect a little more nowadays. So yeah, keys help.
Cool. So I know that I heard that you learned a little bit, like you already spoke English, obviously, but I heard you learned a lot on tour as well. And I was wondering if anyone taught you like your favorite English word or phrase.
Sorry, my favorite. Oh, I mean, yeah, the favorite phrase in English. Well, okay, one thing is, well, yeah, when we first started touring in America, like it's true that our English was not that good. Like it was school English, and it's been a struggle for for the especially for the first tours we did. Um, but yeah, there's a couple of things that were very interesting. The first time I heard the word badass, I was like, and I heard like a lot of people like saying, "Oh yeah, your band is badass." I was like, "What the fuck? Like, what are you saying to me?" And obviously like I got the explanation pretty quickly. Like, but how those two words like bad and ass combined together can like make something that means something positive. Um, I don't. There's like so many though. Like there's so many. I can't remember that one. Honestly, also it's due to the fact that we haven't toured in the US for a while now. I mean, last tour was in 2016, but yeah, uh, I can't remember. But what we really enjoyed it was learning the local slang and the local accent and all of that. It's always really fun. But yeah, for some reason, I can't remember like specific phrases right now.
That's okay. I think badass is a good answer. And my last question is, what's next for you guys?
um, well, we'll see. Unfortunately, I would like to see some touring happening. The thing is, with the COVID, the pandemic that's still around, kinda, it's kind of hard to tell. Also, I think that um, there's kind of a line for shows where you gotta. I mean, the music industry is slowly getting back on track. I can see that, especially in the United States. I can see like some festivals happening for the fall, and I mean already. But I think yeah, September will be like slowly gonna be back to normal. Yeah, gonna go back to normal. Unfortunately, us in Europe, we are kind of late, especially with that vaccinations. So this will maybe take us a minute to get there, but uh, we'll see. We'll see. Honestly, like if it if the next tour offer we have is for like next year, I'll be happy. Or 2 year, I'll be happy. And if nothing happens because everything is very congested, we'll start writing the fifth album. We'll see.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for chatting with me. I will let you go.
Thank you very much,
All
and
right.
yeah,
Take
thank you,
care.
thank you for having me. Bye.